Ladies and gentlemen, children of the interwebs, we all know and love so well. I'm Sebastian Envy, strong style, nerd, strong style, cinephile. Arrow has begun production on the last, eighth, and final season. Let's geek about that for a few minutes just because we don't know how things are gonna go. Now, we know the setup for this season. I mean, we kind of have some ideas, and hopefully, coming out of San Diego Comic-Con, here shortly we'll have more of an idea of kind of how this last season is going to go. We all are speculating that it's going to be on a recruitment, maybe could be we see Oliver hopping around on a recruitment drive trying to pick up people who are going to help him in the upcoming crisis. We know that in the closing moments of the last season, Monitor came interrupting the happy ending getaway Oliver had. He got to see Mia get born. Him and Felicity were doing parental things. Saw the cute little shot of Oliver's, falling asleep with Mia in his arms and that sort of thing. The Monitor comes calling, and he's time for Oliver to pay up on the bargain that they struck during the Elseworlds crossover that saved the lives of Flash and Supergirl. We don't know what that bargain is. We know that the Monitor says he's, seen him make the ultimate sacrifice, but all ensures that lots more people may live. So it leads us all to think Oliver's going to die in the Crisis. Now, in Crisis on Infinite, in the Crisis comic book, the Flash is the big one to save, sacrifice himself, save the day, that sort of thing. It's an iconic sacrifice in the comic books, but of course this is the Arrowverse. This is the TV version of these DC comic book characters. So will we have the same sort of sacrifice? I think so. Will it be the Flash? I don't think so. Now, I've already speculated that I think something cool would be to still have a Flash sacrifice. I don't know, it's kind of cool, but it's also kind of a cop-out to have a Flash sacrifice, except the Flash would be Eobard Thawne, having done some ill crap leading up to it, maybe even fighting alongside of the Anti-Monitor, if the Anti-Monitor is indeed the baddie in this crisis, which again, that's how he was in the comics. Will it be in the Arrowverse? We don't know. But have Eobard do a whole bunch of ill stuff, and then he puts on Barry's face and does what needs to be done to save people and have, take the sacrifice place instead of Barry. So Barry has to then kind of live the rest of his days knowing that Eobard Thawne was the one that saved everybody, as a kind of final middle finger from Eobard to the Flash. I don't think it'll happen that way. I think that would be kind of cool. But we don't know how things are going to go. We have some ideas. There are 10 episodes. 10 episodes kind of lines up with when the Crisis will start. The episodes will start. The 5-part deal will start in December, I believe it is. Now, Arrow premieres October 15th. The Crisis is in December. Now, we don't know exactly where it falls in the Arrow episode count. If it will, maybe Crisis, the first part is on that 10th episode, or maybe it's the 9th episode, and the 10th episode is the cleanup, fallout, what have you, of, the Crisis. But would they end Arrow in January, as opposed to just having it be done by December? That's a good question. Coming out of Comic-Con, hopefully we'll have some more answers on that sort of thing as production has started. I'm assuming Canadagraphs, who seems to be always boots on the ground for these shoots up there. We'll have some set pictures so we can kind of see how things are going on. If you follow that Twitter account and blog, you can see where he's posted, he or she, they have posted some stuff from the Flash filming. I believe their first episode, it was like a family get-together barbecue sort of thing where they saw some of the characters. Cisco was there, so I don't know if he's indeed gone or if he's just going to go back to his role as non-powered, keyboard presser in Star Labs, or if he's just going to be there for that first episode and then he'll ride off into the sunset after that, after he gives one last sort of hope and help with the whatever episode 1, baddie that there is. Canadagraphs also noted the use of air guns, so Flash is going to be doing some zipping and zooming and that sort of thing. And then Danielle Panabaker posted on her Twitter account a good full body look at her in the new Killer Frost costume. So I like the view of it. I mean, I like the look of it, kind of, mostly. I wasn't really a big fan of how they handled Killer Frost last season, so we'll see how they do it going forth. But the shows are underway, so the long and short of it is we will get details soon. We will get some stuff to chew on from the set picks, and we will get stuff to chew on from San Diego Comic-Con. I believe they're going to screen the pilot of Batwoman, so be anxious to see some of the responses that that show gets. Of course, it's a pilot. Pilots are naturally, I don't know, just kind of stiff and just rigid and just not as good as the other episodes tend to be. If you look at Arrow and Flash and even Legends of Tomorrow, from their first episodes to kind of even Supergirl, from their first episodes to kind of how things progress as the writers and the showrunners and the producers and directors kind of and the actors themselves get their footing. So it remains to be seen if people are going to crap all over the pilot and not give the full season a shot. Of course, we already know people. Angry dude bros are gonna crap on it to begin with, SJW, feminist agenda, blah blah blah, left liberal, blah 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 blah. We know that's gonna happen. Whatever. As long as it's written well, I just want a good superhero show. I don't really care for Batman, as I've said many times on this channel, but it's superhero stuff. I will support it. I like Ruby Rose, so I'll see where it goes. But anyway, like I said, scant few minutes that I wanted to geek about the fact that CW shows are in production. So hopefully more details will come out, and hopefully, I know there was some talk about guest stars and possibilities for Arrow in these 10 episodes. Maybe he's going to be gallivanting around the multiverse to try to pull up some help, and we can see some creative spins on other characters, or maybe some characters that we want to see back in the fold, like the Huntress. What is Jessica DeGao doing right now? They have to get the Huntress back. I just really want the Huntress back, and just before the show ends, just give me some more Huntress, please. But anyway, let me know what you guys think out there below in the comments about Arrow starting to film, Flash starting to film, ideas for Crisis, how you think that's gonna go. Follow me on social media. Talk to me there. Talk to me here if you haven't done it yet. We've got 3 days left. Support Arrowverse, the Kickstarter for the 1/12 scale action figures, military-themed action figures. It's got some great stuff, great figures, great perks. I've pledged to it. I have nothing to do with creation of it. I'm just a ardent supporter of it because I want the figures and I like what they're doing. I've pledged to it. You should go check it out. I'll put the link below. You should check it out as well if you feel inclined to do it. Pledge. And if you can't, or you know people that might dig it, just take a couple clicks and just share it around with someone who might be in a position to help out and might want to help out. Let's geek.